So everyone dreams of building a company that sells for millions, but nobody talks about the code, the chaos, the tech, the sleepless nights behind it. And I've been part at least of two software stories that reached 7 and 8 figure exits. One was in 2018. We started working with a founder who had a vision of building a CRM platform. But the founder wanted something very unique, and that's where my team came in. We became the engineering arm, and our role was basically helping building the tech platform for the company. And imagine late nights, long meetings, deadlines, the first months, building the foundations and the database structures, APIs, integrations, everything necessary to make the platform scale. And trust me, scaling a software as a service company, it's very complicated, especially if you're going to handle millions of customers a day, but the platform was growing, and because of what we were building, it actually works and got momentum. But within a couple of years developing this platform, that started became one of the leading platforms in that industry, and we were managing millions of interactions a day. And imagine like 2 million interactions a day. And then one day the founder called me like, Luis, we're getting attention. A big company wants to talk. That big company was a giant company from Silicon Valley in California, valued with a valuation of millions of dollars. And suddenly our code was going to be considered to be in one of these big players in that space. So the next months that follows, a lot of code reviews and meetings and analysis and documentation. And I was traveling back and forth between El Salvador, Boston, California. I was basically spending a lot of time in airports back then. At one point, even my back, I literally gave out, and I got stuck in bed for 6 weeks or something like that. It was just, crazy, and a lot of intense work. And a few months later, the acquisition went through. When I got the call, I just sat there in silence, and I could think like, we did it. We're a small team from El Salvador. We're helping building this platform, and now we're part of a huge company, leading company. And for us, that was validation. That we are playing this game at the level of companies in California and Silicon Valley, and that level of validation and satisfaction is definitely something that worth it and that we feel proud about. Hola, I'm Luis Madrid. I'm founder and CEO of DC Nearshore. We specialize in software development projects and staff augmentation for engineering teams. So if you have a project in mind or any need, follow me, send me a message, and let's talk about it.